What up, what up, what up, YouTube? Happy fucking Monday. I hope everyone's having a good one. I know I am. Always doing good, guys. But I want to talk about some shit. I know not a lot's going on as far as YouTube goes right now. We slapped Ramos on his wrist. What up, Elite? We slapped old Ramos on his wrist. Taught him a good lesson. We'll see if he responds. We'll see if he's man enough to respond, right? Probably not, though, right? Because what up, 21? Big Rig Butters in the house. He's probably not going to respond, though, because, he only believes in talking shit face to face. He doesn't type it in his chats or anything. Oh, I guess he does. But yeah, so we'll see if he responds. Like I said, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. If he doesn't say anything, I'm not going to keep making video after video after video of the guy. But I don't think he's going to have the balls to respond. And but as far as like the Tim Gentry shit goes, I'm sure some of you have seen that comment that he left on Elite's it was a live, yeah, where he's kind of talking about the quote unquote camera girl, right? It was somewhat speculative, right? We didn't know for sure, right? We just knew what people had said. But then for him to come out on that comment and basically establish that he knows exactly who that woman is and knows about a lawsuit. Well, good job, dummy. All you did was confirm information we thought we had, but now we know for sure is real. So good job. And speaking of them and their little crew, I saw a recent video from FSC Steve, the guy that owes taxes to Wisconsin but can't pay them, even though he's like a big time business owner and owner-operator. They're out there in Arizona. It looks like they're, what is that, the 89 up there through Page and shit with their massive oversized load, that bullshit that they're milking for views because their business is not profitable. If you just move the fucking load and like got another one, you'd probably be pretty fucking profitable, right? But instead they're milking it for YouTube views. That load's probably long done, but they're still fucking putting it out piecemeal here and there, would be my guess. But they made a big deal out of it as if it wasn't something that was probably routine. Oh, we had to split the boat in half. It probably comes apart for transport. So you didn't do anything special, right? And they showed video and pictures of a fucking day cab moving the boat. So they got to have a 4-axle fucking souped up truck to move the boat, but a day cab could move it by itself. There's some of that YouTube drama magic there. And, they're stopping, blocking traffic, moving slow and shit. You got a 600 something horsepower fucking mega truck, but you can't get up the hill. Doesn't fucking make sense to me. But they'll do it, right? They'll fuck up everybody's commute, everybody's vacation, everybody's time, so they can, stop and get some good camera angles and shit. Real nice. I'm sure their customers are getting charged for that extra time too. For all these extra stops they got to make. I've seen some comments where people are kind of mad about the infidelity stuff, right? Well, did you guys not see the comments that Gentry left? All the Woods is here. I saw Augustine Gamos was kind of talking shit towards you. Evidently, he didn't like you pointing out that he's slow and in the way. Good job for that, because he is slow and in the way. But yeah, so these guys are gonna, drag this load out for God knows how long, right? However long it took them to actually do it. Like I said, I'm sure that it's already been done, like it's completed. They're no longer hauling the load. but they're just piecemealing piecemealing the videos out to try to generate views, which fair enough. But again, you wouldn't need the views if you would just run your fucking business, right? Just haul the freights. And I know I'm starting to kind of like hopefully narrow in on who Justice Love is. There's a bunch of people with the last name Justice that like all of Gentry's video. It's like Chet Justice, Josh Justice, Adam Justice. There's a whole bunch of Justices. And I'm beginning to suspect that one of them, seeing as how their whole fucking family is tied in with Gentry, one of them is the troll profile Justice Love, and they would be the one who ran Trucking Unfiltered's plates. Can't prove it yet. No, don't know for sure, but I thought that was interesting that the Justice Love troll account has a whole bunch of people with the last name Justice following the same fucking people. Who's they, Elite? Is that FSC or? But I don't know. We'll see if we can narrow that down. Because if we can figure out which one of those justices did it, again, that's a felony, right? And then their good boy, the Justice fam. There you go. There we go. So that would explain why they're all tied in with fucking with Gentry. So because Justice Love is a troll account tied to somebody named Lisa Sorrells, who's also a troll account. So they're working really hard to hide who they are, but then the entire fucking is he now? Interesting, because that's probably not good if a cop is running people's plates like that. Interesting. Is he a state trooper? All right, I appreciate that. Drop it in the Discord that you guys should all be in. If you have information, you want to share some shit to us so we can keep making these drama videos for you, get in the Discord, talk some shit in there. But so apparently we started to close in on the Justice family then. That's good, Gentry. I put the short up of him talking about it. So many of you may know, many of you may not know. At one point, I was going to be a police officer. I ended up backing out. It wasn't for me. Call me a bitch if you want. Either way, during the application process, one of the things, it's an app, Bull of the Woods. You just download Discord. I posted a link on the channel. Elite posted the link. I think Billy's posted the link. It's out there, so you can get in there. But one of the things that the police department looked for as far as the application process, and it was in bold letters, they said, is there anything that you have done on the internet that could embarrass the department? So if you're a police officer and you have a YouTube channel where people know you and can find out what department you work for, it's probably not a good idea to be running people's fucking plates for a guy. You might get up in a little bit of trouble there. So, but yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to start looking into that because that's a thing, right? You're not allowed. That's a public trust abuse to use the police background system to look up somebody for non-work related purposes, especially if it's for threats and intimidation, right? Because that's essentially what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to threaten and intimidate Trucking Unfiltered into not making videos about them. And it almost worked. He was going to back out. He was like, hey, I'm going to leave the reaction channels. He kind of like started to step away. And so, yeah, they threatened and intimidated a YouTuber using the public trust that they had as a police officer. So, no, there's something juicy there. So But yeah, these are our YouTube trucking heroes. Are people that associate with crooked police officers to try to threaten and intimidate people that don't talk to them. That also explains why Gentry was so ballsy in the video where he was like saying he wasn't gonna take shit from anybody that fucked with his family because he thought he was going to abuse the long arm of the law to threaten and intimidate people. Right? He got a little arrogant there. Right? It wasn't because he was going to pull up and fight you. It was because he thought he knew a cop that would abuse his authority. How interesting. But these are the scumbags, guys, that people defend for some reason, right? Oh, you're a hater. Would you say I was a hater if it was one of your family members who was being threatened by a corrupt cop and I was saying that that was not okay? Probably not, right? And it's all going to come out eventually. It's all going to come out eventually. The more you come over here and tell us that we're wrong, the more evidence you're going to see that we're right. And you're probably going to feel a little stupid. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, TJ Dixon right there just said it. Termination, right? And it's you could end up in jail, right? Depending on how bad the infraction was, depending on what you used it for. So, I mean, anybody that has access to a system like that who misuses it could get in a lot of trouble. Beetle Bailey tried to claim he was using that system because he quote unquote ran a repo company. He's running people's MVR reports and looking up their information and shit. Obviously, not quite as serious as a police officer using the fucking, the police database, but still another example of somebody abusing authority. But in Beetle's case, I'm pretty sure he was lying. I don't think he's ever ran a fucking repo business. And based on the information that Beetle Bailey usually has, it's never anything that you can't Google. So I doubt he's using any kind of a fucking database or even paying money. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could pay like $49.99 and call a company like LexisNexis to run a background report on somebody. But exactly, Michael Green. Why do people worship him? It's a good question. Oh, I didn't know that, TJ. That's interesting. So even the suspicion of it could lead to his department kind of going back and checking his records, I'd imagine. Which these days they probably would, right? Because most police departments, we all know the attitude towards police these days, right? They're not well liked. Generally, public opinion is bad. So they're not going to want public opinion to be worse. They're probably gonna fucking crack down on that kind of shit right now, which is not good for him. But and there's Trucking Unfiltered right there. I will say my favorite troll account. This is off topic, but my favorite fucking troll account is the Trucking Filtered troll account where it's him laughing. I don't know where they got that picture, but every time I see that fucking troll account, I think it's funny. But yeah, so this Justice family, evidently they have a police officer in their family, and one of them abused that authority evidently to run Trucking Unfiltered's license plate, right? I put out the audio of Tim saying it. He says, "Thanks, Justice Love," right? He's talking about running Unfiltered's plates for his truck, which, again, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But if they did do that, which, I mean, from all intents and purposes, I mean, we've got the audio of fucking Gentry saying it. right? I found the Justice Love troll account. All the Justice family are liking fucking Tim's videos. You can follow none of their shit's private. You can go into their Facebook, find every fucking Justice family member, and just scroll through everything. So that I think that's my next line of fucking research right there, is figuring out who the police officer was and what exactly they did. And then maybe in the interest of public safety, I should report it, right? We should report stuff, right, guys? We should take this seriously, right? Like Narc and the crew, we're always reporting pedophiles. So I should probably report a bad crooked police officer, shouldn't I? Shouldn't we all? But yeah, guys, I just wanted to give you an update for Monday. I didn't have a lot to talk about today, but I didn't want to not upload a video. We don't want to become slackers out here. I know Elite was busy. Billy must be busy too, because he said he was uploading videos after 100 views, and his last one's at 236. It's been 10 days. The fuck, Billy. And yeah, and then I know I slack. I don't make videos like I used to. So we're trying to keep it up for the fans out here, right? Trying to do the right thing. But anyway, guys, that's what I had for this one. I know it wasn't as exciting as some of the other videos we've seen, but hopefully it kept you entertained at least a little bit. And now at least I have a line of research I can follow. Who knows what kind of juicy shit might pop up from that. But we're going to look into it. Oh, there you go. Unfiltered. If you're still here, read TJ Dixon's comment about finding out who ran your plate. If you find out, man, I put my email address out. Fucking send me that shit. I'll talk about it. I'll omit all the private information, but I'll talk about it because that's fucked up. Or go in the Discord. I know you said it. You had more important things going on in your life, but I don't know. You could at least go in there just to give me some info, and then you could leave. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like the videos, subscribe, like them. Again, I don't want your money. I'm not trying to build a fucking cash generator or anything. I just like it when I have a lot of subscribers because it makes these guys pissed off more. But anyway, everybody enjoy your Monday. Hopefully you have a good week. I'm out of here.